So there's been some videos calling out the Anabar and a ton of drama surrounding Remington James lately. And basically, the cult of Greg is calling the Anabar a candy bar. Well, that's Greg saying for a lot of protein bars on the higher end of the calorie spectrum of protein bars, which I'm gonna go ahead and say right off the bat is a little odd to me, considering there are protein bars that are advertised as protein bars but are meal replacer bars at the end of the day. They're like 400 to 500 calories, but anyway. There's a bunch of people saying that the Anabar is a huge waste of 270 calories. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of think that's some closed-minded thinking. So to settle the score with the Anabar today, I want to talk about the two planes of logic, or two spaces of thinking in regards to weight loss and controlling your calories. In my opinion, there are two things you can do to stay on track, right? Eat volume till you can't possibly put another bite in your mouth of lower calorie dense foods, or, and there is an or, despite what a lot of common trends are, there's a mystical second option, and that is eating a reasonable amount of a better option of a tastier food to eliminate a craving. So there's two things, right? Okay, let me repeat. You can eat volume so you can't eat anymore, or eat a reasonable amount. But the reality is, the Anabar does help in this situation. I've lost I think I'm at 92 pounds, and a month ago I was training at 2,000 calories for 4 days a week, which literally some people would be dying at that point. But a part of that process for the last few months, when I had a full stock of Anabars, was eating an Anabar every single day. The fact that I can basically eat a candy bar and stay on track, and eating the entire bar, I can stay on my macro and calorie path and not deviate from that. And if I were to say fuck it and eat an entire candy bar, which could be easily 400 to 500 calories, I don't know if I'd have the strength to only eat half of, I don't know if I have the strength to allow a half of a candy bar eating for 200 calories when I could eat this entire package. I could open this up, eat the whole thing, and then throw this wrapper away, right? And just eat one of these a day. And that's my main thing, right? Is that you can satiate a craving without eating till you're disgustingly full. Or even just satiating a craving and eating till you're like mostly full. You can eat something a little nice. It's contained, the splurge is contained within this wrapper, and then once it's done, it's done. You throw the wrapper away, you move on with your day. You can eat one of these every day and move on. And that's kind of, I think, what I'm trying to get at, is that to me this seems like, I don't know the legitimacy of this. You can take from this what you will, but this seems like a really good opportunity to stir the pot, which is, I feel like for a lot of YouTubers this is a good business move. It might not be benefiting Rem on his end, but drama means publicity, which in YouTube I think is kind of like the name of the game here. But to me, I don't understand why so many people are calling this a waste of calories. They have to go all in or all out, right? Just because Greg says this is a candy bar doesn't mean you can't eat it. Just because you ate this in one day doesn't mean you can't go have a high volume, low calorie dense food full of very nutritious whole foods afterwards. You can have both in the same day, believe it or not. And if you had an 1,000 calorie meal full of amazing whole foods that's very nutritious, there's tons of veggies, you had like fruits in your dessert, and you had this in the same day, was your day really ruined? Was it really ruined? I don't understand why people have to follow the mindset of influencers to a T, and anything they say is just like the law. I personally believe that what Remington set out to do was to make the best tasting protein bar, period. Cut and dry. And that's kind of Remington James's shtick. I know that there's a controversy. I know that there's some drama regarding him and stealing some recipes, which I'm not going to make any comments on because I have no stake in that area, but I do know that what Remington James set out to do was to make the best tasting protein bar, hands down, and that's it. And personally, I believe he did that. And I also can say personally that this bar helps me stay on track. I eat low-calorie dense foods, very nutritious, whole foods, every single day, and I eat the Anabar every single day. So I use both fields of logic here to make it to my end goal, and losing more weight and building more muscle. So you don't have to hate the product just because it wasn't approved by your favorite influencer. You know, I know what my choice is at the end of the day regarding this situation. I'm going to eat the Anabar and enjoy it, and probably go eat one of Greg's recipes later in the day too, because that's been working out great for me. I don't think Remington is a evil person. I think that I'm not saying everything he's done is okay, but I do think that YouTube is, or especially the whole area of social media in general, is just it's honestly a waiting game for the next person to mess up so we can point fingers at them. And again, I'm not saying that Remington is okay. I'm not saying that he's not guilty of what he did, which I'm pretty, like, he stole a recipe, which is not okay at all. But do we need to hate his guts, and do we need to take away his livelihood and his hard work because this is an amazing product? No. I'm going to eat the Anabar all the time. I fucking love this thing. So anyway, that's my take. Let me know how you feel about the situation. Let me know if I'm wrong for thinking the way that I do. I'm kind of a dial myself. I'm not very big, but I have lost a shitload of weight. So I feel like I have some stake to this claim. But if I'm wrong, please tell me. Let me know. I'd love to talk about it down in the comments below. I have another update on Greg Doucette's advice coming up in a week or so. So if you're into that, if you're into me, if you think I'm a fucking sexy, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you then. I've been Kuya. This is Average Genetics, and we out.